Hey, Billy C here, and wanted to talk about, give you a quick preview, prediction, and my thoughts on the IBF World Heavyweight Championship fight scheduled for this weekend between Moses Itauma and Filip Hrgovic. It's been no secret how I feel about Moses Itauma. First and foremost, I think he's part of the future of the heavyweight division. My only hangup is that he's only got 14 fights. He's 14-0 with 12 of his wins coming by knockout. Of those 14 fights, only two have been against known opposition in Dillian White and Franklin. Here's the thing. He steps in the ring with Filip Hrgovic, who's a much more experienced fighter, who's been around and has clearly fought the better opposition, at least as a professional. The fight is now for the IBF World Heavyweight title. It was a vacant belt. It was vacated, one of the belts vacated by Alexander Usyk, and immediately they upgraded this fight to fight for that vacated belt. Here's the thing. Moses Itauma, I believe, is an extremely talented fighter. He shows everything that we want to see: speed, power. He seems to have ring smarts. Outside of the ring, he's well spoken. He seems like a real intelligent cat, and I liked him. And I think that Itauma is going to be definitely an important part of the heavyweight picture. Filip Hrgovic, he's been around. He shows some boxing skill. He's got some pop. He could take a punch. He's been in the longer fights, which would be interesting to see how Moses Itauma can handle that. Now, as far as the skill sets themselves, well, first and foremost, Hrgovic is a 20-1 with 15 of his wins coming by knockout. His only loss was a stoppage loss at the hands of Daniel Dubois. How do I see this fight going? Well, first and foremost, Moses Itauma has terrific hand speed, and he's displayed some pretty good fleet of foot. His movement in the ring is fluid. I like this fight for Itauma. I do think it's a big test, and I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Hrgovic actually upsets Itauma. If Itauma runs out of steam or just gets too cocky and goes in there, he could get caught. Do I think it's going to happen? Probably not. Out of all of the fights that could have been made for Itauma, I think Hrgovic is a great test. My hang-up with this fight is that it's for a title. I just didn't feel that Moses Itauma should have gotten the direct shot at a title. I feel that this fight would have been a really good fight, and then have the winner go for the title. But as we know, that's not going to be the case. Frank Sanchez stepped aside for this fight so these guys could fight for the title. Got some money out of the deal and will fight the winner, assuming it's not a draw, which I don't think it will. I do think Moses Itauma will catch up with Hrgovic. Like I said, I think Hrgovic's style is perfect for Itauma. He's kind of a stationary target. He does throw powerful punches, but I think Moses Itauma's footwork and hand speed is going to be a little too much. My prediction in this fight is it will go several rounds, but at the end, Moses Itauma will win, and I believe he'll win by stoppage. The next fight for Moses Itauma will be a much more challenging fight for him, no matter who it's with, because by winning this belt, you know that he will have to up his competition. Like I said, I've said it before on the show, and I'll say it again and again. I just feel that it's kind of bullshit, to be honest with you, that a 14-fight professional gets a fast track to a heavyweight title when there's a lot of other heavyweights out there that have been paying their dues, so to speak. Actually, I like I told you guys, I'm doing these impromptu little shows real quickly. I just got somebody popped in the chat room. My man Dave says Hrgovic will win. I can't help but be. I'll be honest. I kind of deep down, I'm hoping that Hrgovic does some fantastic stuff, and the only reason isn't because I want Itauma to lose. it's because I want to prove the fact that Itauma maybe shouldn't be in this fight at this time. But again, my official prediction: Itauma will win this fight, and he'll win by stoppage, I believe. I don't think we'll see the final bell. But anyway, thanks for joining me. Tune in for the next short show.